Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal solved today. So we got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so Karakura Town event's still going on. Now this is going to be, tomorrow will be the last day that you can actually get the event. The exchange, of course, is going to be open for 3 days, so you have a few days after the event to actually make sure that you utilize all of the actual coins that you get. There's some pretty good stuff in here. I mean, in terms of, it's the basic fare that they always give us. I mean, it's always good to get the Omni shards. Awakened Essence is, of course, something that's always nice as well. It's 7, and I used to average like 20, 21 on this. I'm getting like 19 and 20 now, so I'm not going to get the full 140. But 140 seems to be about the nominal amount that you get, unless you have a pretty, if you have a really powerful team, you might be able to get 21 or 22. But so this is going to be slightly out of reach, probably by about 10 or 15. So if you are looking for the SSR weapon choice pack, you might have to purchase some of the actual coins inside the shop, which you can. They do have a pack for it. Oh, where's it at? I think it's in the recharge limited time pack. Yeah, you see, you can get, see here. This should be, you only need about 15 actually or so, but it looks like there's quite a few. So you definitely be guaranteed to get the weapon pack. If you have a fairly decent team, you could probably get the SS, but it's an SSR. It's not UR weapon pack. So understand that you might not want to spend money just on an SSR weapon pack. But if you do, if you're looking to build the team really fast, it might be something to look at. So, but that's up. So let's go ahead and talk about the story mode. I don't think it's possible to beat 2510 with 3 stars if you're going in with your character enhancements at Prism 2. I've tried several permutations. I got all of my weapons up to Prism 2, all of my character enhancements at Prism 2. Didn't help. It's the third rage. I mean, when he comes, Zazapuro dies, you kill him, but when he comes back with more than half of his health. So he just rages again immediately after that. I can't survive more than 2. The DOT is just too massive. Just taking too much damage. So I can't get 3 stars on it. I'm beating it. Pretty much all the permutations that I put forth beat it, but they were not 3 stars. I'm always losing 2 or more players in the formation. I tried moving the attackers to the front, moving Karakura to the back, because Karakura throws a short on all 3 front targets, no matter who they are. So didn't help. I beat it, but still lost more than I guess I lost 3. All 3 of my attackers again. So I'm not exactly sure it's quite possible to actually 3-star 2510 and your current if your current iteration. But of course, that's okay, simply because of the fact that if you make it to 2510, you should be able to enhance your characters to Prism 3. So that's what I'm doing. I've just started on. I've already taken care of Tenses and Getsu. And I'm working on the others now. You should have all of the mats, the mats that you access that you need. See, 25.3, 25.5, and 25.1. So you should be able to, if you're getting to 25, 10, the last level, you should be able to Prism 3 enhancement all your characters, and that should be enough to do it. So after our Prism 3, all of my characters, I'll come back and do it. But as you can see, I've got all the weapons. Prism 2. It just takes gold. I mean, it's just gold, gold mats. I mean, it just takes days. It just takes a few days to do it. So you just got to hamper down and do it. That's about what it amounts to, and you'll get there. So, but yeah, so Prism 3, I think, is what you're going to have to do in terms of beating. If you want a 3-star, I mean, it's beat, and I'm ready to go to 26 whenever they come out with the story mode. 26 has not been released yet. So 25 is as far as you can go at this point. So there's nothing really nothing. This is due to be released. They're thinking around this will be opened up the same time we'll get the new squad boss, which is going to be a cross-server squad boss. So you want to make sure that you get a good guild for that, simply because of the fact that that's going to make everything better. The better your squad, the better you're going to do the squad boss, and the better you're going to get in terms of rewards. So you might want to look for get on the best squad that you can. So they're thinking maybe, I've heard 2-3 weeks. BizLeaks hasn't had anything on it as of yet, so And we know it's coming. We know it's in development. It's just a matter of when they get around to releasing it. So I think you're going to actually have to go Prism 3 on all your character enhancements to actually defeat 2510 with 3 stars. You could probably beat it. The damage is just too much. I mean, Zazapur is an excellent character. I mean, that's why I got him as one of my mains. I mean, his revive is just ridiculous. And when he revives in 2510, he comes back with more than half of his health. Okay, so you you got to just take him down again. And he's raging, and his rage, you can't avoid his rage. It's a DOT on all. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. That's one of the reasons I utilize him, is because he does, he doesn't do a whole bunch of burst damage, but you'd actually be surprised at how much straight direct force damage he does on his rage. He's an extremely powerful character, and there are several arena matches and several story mode matches where he's been the one who actually allowed me to 3-star simply because they focused on him with all their attacks. He killed him, but then he came back to life. So he was that's just one excellent. So he's an excellent character if you're thinking about having somebody to come up. Throw in the fact that he's a bird. There's not a whole lot of birds out there other than LL that are really worth spending a whole bunch of time in terms of if you're looking for something on a tanky side, because the bird does have a couple of good characters. But yeah, so this allows you to do Soul Hole if you do Zazapuro, simply because you can get the bird. But for all the Soul Holes, you have to have a character from each group in there, each faction. So you have to have a bird from at least one type of bird, doesn't matter who. But yeah, so that's why I utilize him. But yeah, so yeah, I don't think it's quite possible. I've done it maybe 5 times, tried different permutations. Can't really get to the point where I'm going to 3-star. He does 2 rages. I take him out. When I kill him the first time, everybody's still alive. Then he comes back with more than half of his health, and he immediately goes on another rage. I usually lose somebody at that point because I've already done 2 rages before that. I tried focusing just on attackers and trying to burn him down fast. That was not successful due to the fact that without the tanks and stuff in there, people were just, everybody was just dying too fast. Okay. The problem is not my front line. My front line actually survives. It's the back line. I end up using all 3. So that's why I'm 3-starring my back line right now. Once I 3-star Prism 3, you're going to get you get a large boost in the edges to pretty much all of your stats. As you can see with Tensei Zangetsu, now that he's Prism 3. Okay. You won't be able to do much with the weapons at first. So I'm going to try it once I get the Prism 3 on all the characters. I'm going to try it. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to go ahead and jump into 126 as soon as but I don't think they're letting us do that yet. Did they unlock it? Did it unlock? I think it might have unlocked. Yes, it unlocked. So now we can start going into the elite stage. If I can beat this elite stage right here, I'll be able to actually start Prism 3ing my equipment as well too, because everything that you need for Prism 3 on your equipment you have except for that particular one. I think that's the only thing we're missing. It's this one right here. Yeah, you need a Kaku. 25-1, 25-3, and 25. Yes, 5. So all you need to do is beat a Kaku on Elite Stage 126, and you'd be able to start 3-starring your Prism 3, your equipment as well. So that's what you want to do. Of course, by the time 26 comes out, you want to have everything at Prism 3. Okay, you want to have your character enhancements at Prism 3, and you want to have Prism 3 on all of your equipments. And then when 126 comes out, you should be able to go right into it, would be my assumption. They're gating everything pretty well. They seem to be doing an excellent job making sure that your power and forces being able to compete with what they've got out there. You have to be close to what is the maximum that you can attain before you need to go to the next one. I haven't seen any trouble with it. I mean, 24.8 and 24.10 when they had the Grimjow, that was a little tacky for a lot of people. But you know, he was raging pretty much every single time he struck, so that's why. But once you got past that, you know, make sure you have some tanks and stuff. You should be able to get by that. But yeah, they've gated it pretty well. I mean, if you max attain what you can based on where you're at in the story mode, you should be able to proceed to the next level without much of a problem. I haven't really hit anything that's been too much of a roadblock. I mean, 25's done. Granted, I would really like the 3-star 2510 as fast as possible, but just too much DOT coming out of him, too much poison. But yeah, I think once I Prism 3 everybody, I should be okay. So what I'll do is I'll Prism 3 the back line to Zengetsu, Kenpachi, and Way Did You Go. I'll try it again at that. Because like I said, my front line's surviving. It's just my back line that's dying. I might be able to just survive with that. Okay. And then if I can, you know, then of course, if not, I'll just continue. Prism 3, you know, Zazzy, Full Hollow Ichigo, and B2 Irakura, you know, try it again. If that doesn't work, then I'll go 126. By that time, with all Prism 3s on 126, I should be able to beat 126. And then I'll start enhancing my equipment to Prism 3. And just, you know, as I do it, I'll try it intermittently until I get it. But yeah, you might have to Prism 3 some of your characters to get that, because I just don't have enough, I just don't quite have enough health to survive the DOT, because it's massive damage. I mean, he does a lot of direct damage, and then DOT just, you know, just literally wipes. I mean, he wipes out pretty much half the health on the first one. Actually, not quite. A little bit less, a little bit more than half my health is up. So I take the third one and I survive it, or the second one and survive it. But that third one, just yeah, just no chance whatsoever of surviving that in the current state, even with everything at Prism 2. But it's fun trying different permutations. I really thought I had it when I moved my 3 attackers to the front line, because if you look at the formation, at least the formation that I use, Irakura throws a shield, but he throws it on the front line. So even if you put him in the back line, it doesn't matter. So he throws the shield on the 3 fronts. So what I did was I moved all of my to the back and moved these to the front. And Irakura threw a shield on all 3 of these when they were in the front line. It didn't go as planned, simply because of the fact that it didn't matter, because the DOT was still killing more people. I was hoping getting my attackers to survive longer, I'd be able to kill him quicker, but that didn't work out as planned. So in the end, I still lost 3 actually, so it didn't matter. But it was a nice try. You know, that tactic works against Lisa. Simply because of the fact that if you move your attackers into the front, avoids her attack, which always attacks the back. So if you're ever going up against Lisa and she's destroying your back line before you have a chance, simply move your attackers to the front and put your tanks in the back, and the tanks can usually last through her rage, and therefore it saves your front and you don't lose. That's one of the story mode chapters, I can't remember which one it is, has that. So if you're having trouble with that, the Lisa, just move everything to your front line, move your attackers to your front, move your power tanks and stuff to the back, and you should be able to 3-star that particular stage. All right, so that's all I had. I just wanted to let you know this is going to be up, so tomorrow's the last day for this. Don't forget to go in here. Good stuff, as always. I'm probably just going to snatch up some of the Prism, of course, to get the Omni Shards, and I'm going to get some of these Awakened Essences, because I need these to start starting up my equipment. I'm going to start focusing on some of the equipment in terms of minor enhancements. You don't want to neglect those as well, too. Okay. You want to do the promotions for all this, but it takes a lot of Awakened Essence. I'm just going to get them all to Red 1 in terms of promotions. Is what I'm going to start focusing on. As you can see, I've already been focusing on some of them in the front, but I went ahead and did all of the weapons. That was the first thing I focused on, was the weapons, and now I'm going to start focusing on the other pieces. But it takes a lot of Awakened Essence. The best way, one of the best ways to get Awakened Essence is through the gacha, but you don't want to use your gacha shards until you get a gacha event. Okay, don't wait until the gacha event comes around, because you get a bunch of Omni Shards and you get all kinds of rewards for doing the Omni event. So just save your gacha shards. right here, the gotcha tokens, to save them. Don't use them until the event comes along, and then you can use them on the use them on the event, and you'll get the Omni Shard rewards and stuff that you get. Because I think if you do like 30, I think it's if you do 30 pulls a day, it's for 2 days. I think if you do 30 pulls, you get, I think it's 3 shards, 3 or 4 Omni Shards, and I think you get 5 shards if you actually do over the course of 2 days. If you end up doing 60 pulls, or it might be 80 pulls, I can't remember. But so you want to hold off on using your gotcha tokens until that event comes along. You'll see it in here inside of the events thing. You'll see an awesome event for a gotcha. Okay, and a limited time event for the gotcha. I think it's an limited time event because it only runs for 2 days. But you want to wait and do the gotcha pools, massive gotcha pools, when that event is going on. So I don't use them until then. I just do the standard free one that you get a day. But you can get a lot of Awakened Essence inside of there. So that's one of the ways to get it. But yeah, wait until the event comes on. Once this event ends right here, they'll probably have a gotcha event, because usually I can usually tell just by how many gotcha tokens I have when there's one coming. It's usually around about here when I see that an event comes. I know when I usually have around that many. So we should be having one come up soon, and that's a good way to get Awakened Essence as well. But you can't purchase them. Don't always focus on the Omni Shards inside of here. Okay, I don't really see the need to purchase any of the Soul Stones, okay, or the relics. If you're doing the Metallurgy Crystals, if you're doing your initiations, you're deploying it on your tactics, you should be able to get these. These you should just be able to get from Squad Boss. Make sure you're doing your Squad Boss on a daily basis. You should be getting a lot of these. Okay, so there's really, I don't see any real need to purchase any of this stuff. I mean, relics, yeah, you get 1 relic a day if you do your standard 5 arenas. So, and when you complete story modes and elite stages, you get these as well too. So, I've already completed 2 of my soul halls. So I don't really need the souls. And these right here, I've completed almost all of them. I'm just working on the last 2, which is the Spirit Relics. I'm working on all the ones are complete except for Hogyoku and Zeku. So I'm working on them right now. But since neither of these, you should of course be doing these simply because they buff the entire team. You get all character buffs, so you should definitely be focusing on it. But it's not something I would actually spend my tokens on. So my primary outlook would be the Omni Shards and the Awakened Essence. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Okay, because that's the Omni Shards is that's the way to start your characters until a soul box event comes around. That's pretty much the only way to get any type of shards to start starring your characters up. And that's of course what I'm going to be doing. Going for I've got some of them up to 6, but I want to go I want to get Zazie and Yokora up to 6 as well. Okay. And there's a Soulbox Tensa event for Tensa and Bergen out there that the new server got. Blasphemy. We did not get that. I ended up with the Armored Yorichi Halibel one, which is, those are not bad characters, but they're neither characters I don't have the mats or the gold to focus on. So that was useless to me. But yeah, so hopefully I'm hoping that Tensa and Bergen event will roll around. I'm hoping they're just going to switch them. So the next Soulbox event will be the Tensa Bergen, and probably the new server will get the Halibel Armored Yorichi Soulbox event, is what I'm thinking, since they've got 2 Soulbox events rolling around out there. So that's why I'm holding on to my Soul Jade very rigidly, just in case that does happen. So I will have enough to take him up to 6, and that would be my goal. Now, there is a new character coming out, Kazushini. He has not been released as of yet. I hope I pronounced that right. I might not have. But it's Kashni. I'm not very familiar with the character in terms of that. I know he's an attacker, nuker attacker. So we'll have to see. Apparently everybody's upset that he's not AoE. Apparently he's a single attacker. But single attackers are excellent for squad boss. Okay, and that defend the Karakura Town event there that's up right now. That's where you want to have your single attacker nukers, because they do more damage to one target. than AoE does. Now, everything else, AoE is generally the best bet to go on any type of arena or story mode or the elite stages. You want to have, of course, AoE. But it's always good to have some single attacker nukers on your team. So I'm going to take a look at the character when it comes out. We'll see if it's something that I want to do. It might be something I could use for squad boss. And that'll determine whether or not I go any pulls on him. I'm going to pull for him regardless, just to get him. I mean, you can always work on a character with Omni Shards, but you got to get him first. So we'll have to see. But yeah, so it has not popped yet. So there's no new character entrance yet. So I'm not going to sure what's going to happen after this event ends. Maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll see. Get an idea of what's going to happen. All right, so that's it for this. I just wanted to let everybody know where I was at, what I was doing, and what I think about 2510. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a star. If you click on a bell, you get notified each time I do drop a video. And also remember to like and share the videos. It does help the channel immensely. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. This is Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.